Hey everybody, I'm Lee with Olsen Equine. I'm glad you're here today because I've got some rope horse shoe modifications that I think you're really going to like. So this is a double S slider. And as you know, sliders can be somewhat controversial on rope horses, mainly because there's been bad experiences, whether it's slipping, sliding around, sliding too far, maybe a wreck outside in the pasture or in their turnout. We're going to turn this into a rodeo hind, meaning we're going to fuller the toe. What that's going to do is it's going to add some traction to the toe, but then you're still going to have the rest of the shoe as a slider. So when a horse takes off, they mainly drive off their hind end, and especially the toe. So if you've got a rocker right there, they're going to slip. Just as soon as they depend on that toe, they're going to slip. So you're not going to get all the run out of your horse that you can. And when you watch horses leave the boxes, they break really hard and they need to. So if they're slipping right there, they're not going to be giving their all. They're going to be a little bit of coast. And a rope horse actually leaves the box harder than a racehorse leaves a starting gate. So we really, anytime we can help, we really need to help them there. So if we fuller this toe, instead of coming down and slipping, they're going to get a halt right there and be able to take off. So another thing is when you turn these horses out, they're going to be playing in a pasture, maybe there's some moisture and they're going to slip and fall, and some serious injuries can happen that way. But throwing in just a little traction on the toe might save the day, and anytime that we can help keep our horses sound or get our owners to the pay window, that's a huge win for farriers. And another thing, if you watch a heel horse and they come around the corner and they slow down when they shouldn't, I can guarantee you that horse is afraid. And if we can add a little confidence to no slipping in the corner, you're going to get a lot more out of your horse also. This is also a fun trick if you got a reined cow horse that's just stepping into sliders. The last thing anybody wants to do is scare them, because they'll actually start stopping less than they were because they're afraid to slip. Well, this is an easy way to just kind of slide them into real sliders. So check it out. We'll pull one out of the forge and give you a step-by-step. So this is a double S slider, and it's got a rocker toe. So we're going to beat that out of it first, because we need the toe to be able to bite and not come up. These sliders cool off really quickly, so first thing we're going to do is just mark it. Then we'll come in and finish it next time. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just any kind of a groove at the toe of the shoe is going to give him just a little more traction. So, like I said, these cool off quickly. It's a lot easier to do it when it's hot, so we'll heat it up and come back. So this is a little too hot, so I'm going to be careful not to go all the way through my shoe. Just remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. You're just looking to get a little bit of traction on the toe. And you can tell by that dark line back there that we're getting close to the bottom of the shoe, so we need to stop. But as you look at the old shoes, you can tell how important the toe is. See how it's wore off right here? And it's wearing down into that fullering. So if you're going to use sliders on your calf horse, this is a very good modification. It's easy. So one thing I like to do on the lateral side is just add just a little bit of an extended heel. It's just for a little bit extra support, because they get down and stop so hard. You have to make sure that you're keeping it in the line of travel, because if you've got it kicked out, that's going to act like a trailer and it's going to turn him. close. Always putting it in my box right here, just imaginary line, 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 line. Allows me to see the proportions, and I can fit the feet a lot better the first time. You can see how this shoe fits pretty well. He's real straight, so is the shoe. There we go. You can see how the shoe fits around pretty good. It's a little too full right here. Pretty good for the first burn. That's why I believe setting it in the box allows you to really shape and tweak it and get it exactly how you want it and catch yourself before you make extra trips to the horse. Fit it up and we're ready to go. First thing we got to do is relieve some sole pressure that we had from hot fitting it. Don't have to do a lot, just can't have any sole pressure. Next we'll get our shoe, and I like to use the slider nails. If you're putting sliders on, they're an absolute must. Fit like a glove, and it limits you from having to grind the shoe as much. Grind the nail heads down, I mean. See that? Pretty much nothing to take off already. Oh. Line my shoe up, make sure it's good. Deuce is a little older, so he gets a little tight in his hind end. Not a big fan of using all the nails, but on a slider it's kind of nice to fill up all the holes so there's less traction where we don't want it. These slider nails that I was talking about that Mustad makes, they're the best ones I've ever seen as far as strength, but they also fit in the shoe extremely well. There's hardly anything to take off here, but they still have a lot of holding power because as you look at the head of them, it really has a nice neck to where it goes down into the shoe well. So that's going to give us the holding power that we need. Then you can see the rodeo hind that we put on the fullering right here, so he's got some traction. And then back here is the extended heel action. Just make sure that it's straight so that when he stops it keeps him going straight, because it goes off to the side, it's going to turn him. So adds just a little more length. Most shoes need a little bit more length to get around the lateral side because they're always straighter on the inside like this horse is. So here it is, the final product, the rodeo hind. The nail heads haven't been removed yet, so you can see how nice they really do fit. You can see the fullering in the toe. Here they're ground off. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you try it on your rope horses and let me know how it went. Have a great day. God bless America.